Hey guys, Max115 here. Today we're going to be looking at the operation attacks that we did yesterday. I just started a new operation just now, but we completed the bottleneck up from yesterday, so I was going to show you those replays. As you can see, we just hit 6,107 force points, which is pretty great as our all-time high, or personal all-time high. That puts us within the 2,000 task forces, which is actually not bad. We're moving along. There were a few days where we kind of got stumbled upon there, mainly because a couple of players kind of left us, so we had to like get new players, get acclimated, and then get the hang of it again. But we finally did it yesterday, and I was pretty happy with it, and hopefully we can keep on moving on now. So this is the operation I just started, literally like a minute ago before I started recording, but it was yesterday's operation that I wanted to show you guys. So we have been using a few sabotages because, like I've said before, we have so much intel. Our bar is always maxed out, so it's just a waste of intel. So instead of just letting them pile up, we kind of just sabotage some of the defenses. And you can see here that we destroyed like a shield generator 3, a grappler, and a boom cannon. Not like you can see it, but anyways. Here, SBD's is the first attack. He went with heavy Zuka on Tarsier with 145, and you can see the two buildings, well, a couple of buildings that I kind of took down here with the sabotages. So he clears a couple of mines, and let's go 2 times the speed just because he's going to be landing them. This rocket launcher will be out of reach of those Zukas, which is good to know, and so will the mortars in here. So there go all the troops, the heavies, and Sergeant Break at the end. He lost a couple of Zukas there. The smoke could have been moved a little bit to the left side, but you know, all of us make mistakes anyways. 3 smokes at the very end there. Let me just slow it down a little bit to regular speed. Yeah, the triangle smoke towards the end. Go straight for the core and then just shock all the important stuff. And just let the Zukas go to town. Obviously, he activated Sergeant Briggs's battle orders. So there goes the core. That was Tarsier, 145 force points. Really good attack by SBD, which is pretty great. So that was the first attack. And well, lucky for me, they left me the easiest one because, you know, I was at work, so I couldn't do my attack until I came home late night last night. PCS, my officers, he was here, did the second attack on Stranger Tractors, which was the beastliest base here with 168 force points. A lot of grapplers, not like they were too much of a concern because, you know, grapplers, they grab one, they don't actually do damage, they just pick on your troop. So he used all Zukas, and here there was a shield on the... Oh, actually, I took down one of these shield generators with sabotage, so that kind of helped. That's why there's only half health on that shield there. As you can see behind here, it's all grapplers, and those cannons will obviously be way out of range of those Zukas. So he picked a pretty good spot, right in the blind spot of this shot launcher and this shot launcher as well. And you guys will see towards the end there, once he goes for the kill, he'll flare straight to that core, and then he'll just shock the defenses that are around it. A couple of critters behind the Zukas. That was actually a pretty good... Oh, he still shocked the shot launcher here. But the critters behind, those will distract all those grapplers who will just pick on the critters. And look, the Zukas just blasted down the shield and the entire core super fast. I think it took like 5 shots total, so that was pretty great. Considering this was the biggest base in the operation, I think that was a really great attack, so I was really satisfied. I actually thought maybe it would take 2 of us to take it down, but I came home and I just saw that everyone had done their part, so that was super exciting. Johnny Fish, who's one of our new members, he went with all Zuka on circuit board here, which was pretty beefy as well. He'll clear 2 of those boom mines with artilleries, flare straight to the corner. Obviously nothing will be within range of the Zukas in the shore because everything is pretty pushed far back, which is great. So he just slowly but steadily puts down all the Zukas, and then the hero at the very end. Actually, you'll see the hero in a minute once he starts flaring, I guess. Right there goes Sergeant Break. There's a little delay on deploying her because, you know, she's a little faster when she walks, so he just didn't want her to go too far ahead compared to the Zukas. So right there, double smokes at the end, flare straight to the core, and he's just going to shock all of it. Shock all the shot launchers, rocket launchers, the machine guns over here on the left side. Oh, he didn't shock them. Yeah, there it goes. I knew he had shocked them. Kind of delayed there, I guess. Machine guns at that range from Zukas, super deadly. But I guess the shot launcher and rocket launchers were the main focus in here, though. So there it goes. This was actually a pretty tough base. Even though it was only 122 force points, it's still a pretty beefy one. And there's no way you could have done it without having a lot of GBE. I mean, yes, the walk was short, so he only spent like 3 smokes on the walk there, but the defenses themselves, there were a lot of rocket launchers. And he's going with all Zookas, which meant that there were no heavies protecting those Zookas from those rockets, so he had to be extra careful with those shocks. King, who's another one of our new members, thanks for joining, King, by the way. He's been great help so far, even though he's only joined for like 2 days, but he's made a big difference in the task force already. So he cleared that patch of mine in the front there with a barrage, and the same deployment. Actually, looking at all these replays now, you'll see that my attack was super basic and lame, but you know, it got the job done, which is what matters. But still, so all Zookas, he'll let them gather up and then flare them straight, and as soon as they're about to enter the range of that shot launcher, he's going to drop a smoke right there, which is perfect. The heavies and the hero, they go at the end because they walk much quicker than the Zookas. There we go, the triangle of smokes in the end there, just to protect those Zookas, and then he'll go straight for the kill in that core. There's no shield, so that makes things a little bit easier. And then he'll get ready to shock all this stuff around there. A couple of critters first. He shocked his own heavies, but that's okay. It's not like the heavies were going to do damage anyway. They just needed to shield the Zookas from all the rockets in the front. And as you can see, only took 2 shots from him. He does have a ton of boost though. He has the most, I think, where is it? Yeah, 129% damage, but 203% on GBE, which is pretty beastly. And then when I came home last night, well, they left me the easiest base, obviously, with 99 force points. So I just went with rifles and Zookas just to have fun. This was quick charge, but it was really easy. Not a lot of health on that rocket launcher, so I was able to take it down with 1 barrage and I think 3 artillery shells. I dropped another barrage here to clear some of those mines. I had a lot of GBE, and everything in here, as you can see, is mainly single shots, so I didn't have to worry too much. Couple of artilleries just for those shot mines in there. Put down the flare, and then I just walked my troops slowly as well. I didn't have to be as careful because nothing was going to be within range. That shot launcher was miles behind. The rifles at the end there with the hero, and then I just flared them to the corner. And maybe we can go a little bit quicker here. We'll go 2 times the speed, and I'll drop some critters to clear all those shot mines, because I think that's what kind of got me a few attacks ago, a couple of operations ago. All those shot mines, I kind of overestimated them, or underestimated them, yeah, and they got me killed. So anyhow, obviously there's a little bit of added pressure because I was the last attack and I didn't want to mess up, especially when the rest of my teammates did such a great job on the tougher ops. But anyways, the rifles and the critters were doing a really great job. As you can see, it's only cannons and boom cannons, so they really don't do much damage, especially when you have a wall of rifles in front of them. The Zookas, obviously, they're just pummeling around at all those mini cores. And I had a ton of GBE, so I was free to like drop more critters and barrages on those boom mines, and I really didn't care much. I lost a few rifles, but that's exactly what they were there for. And at this point, I think we're just going to go straight for the kill. Towards the top there, I wanted to be away from the range of these mortars, obviously. We're going to drop a shock on those flamethrowers. A couple of my rifles got caught up in the flames, but I dropped a med kit, which is fine. Like I said, I had a lot of GBE, and I activated battle orders from the hero there. 1 more shock on those flamethrowers, just for good measure, and then it was just a matter of time. Like, all of the Zookas were shooting. Even if this flamethrower over here had come out of the shock, it would only get my rifles, which didn't matter. And we even have enough for like a 5th barrage at the end there. So that was quick charge. It was the easiest base, which fortunately they left for me. They did really great, and I am super happy that we were able to do bottleneck. And like you guys saw in the very beginning, we are now at 6,000 force points. Hopefully we'll keep on climbing. We get about 600 force points every time we can finish bottleneck, so hopefully we'll get into the 7,000 and then 8,000. And how much does it take to be on globe? I think it's 9,000. Oh, it's 11,600. So it's quite a long way away from us still, but it doesn't feel unreachable anymore. So maybe we can keep on doing it. We'll see. If not, I just can't wait to get there. I'm not even gonna wait to get higher in the 5-man task force. Once we hit 50, because with 5 players, it's just so difficult. So once we hit 50, I'm gonna up the whole task force up to 10 players, so we can start doing more fun things, and it'll take some of the pressure of having to solo every single base every time. Alright guys, so that's it. That's where we're standing now. I'll come back and put more videos on operations whenever we have some. Like I said, I just started this one, so we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully we'll be able to finish it as well, and I'll be sure to share that with you guys. Alright guys, so until then, I'll see you guys next time on Max 2015. Take care. Bye.